Hey guys, I'm Jay, and today's knife is one that has just received an incredible amount of praise. We're gonna find out if it really is all that. This is the Massdrop produced, we manufactured, Ray Laconico designed Keen, and you should be looking at the specs right about now. These are measurements that I had personally taken myself, but don't worry because they will be listed down in the description. So for those of you interested, you can follow along with the review. First, let's take care of those size comparisons. We're going to start out this section with another Laconico design, and this is the Kaiser Gemini. Now this knife is one that I believe is the closest resemblance to the Keen, and that being the Boker Excalibur. Here is the Skyline by Kershaw, the Spyderco PM2. Here is the Paladin from Bestech. And we'll finish off this section with the Benchmade Bug Out and the 940. Now, starting with the blade, you are looking at 3.4-inch frame lock with flipper deployment. The blade is in a spear point shape, and they use CPM S35VN as the steel. It is a full flat grind with a nice high polish satin finish. Now the blade width, so from the spine to the sharpened edge, just under an inch at 0.97. Thickness is a very robust 4 millimeters, which gives us an overall length of 7.9 inches. The closed width at the widest point, 1.21 inches, and an overall handle thickness, exactly 0.50. Before I go ahead and toss this up on the scale, I just want to show you that the titanium backspacer makes this, well, partially closed construction. I mean, you do have a little bit of room to, if you do need to clean it out without completely disassembling it. And then if you go ahead and look on the inside, there is no kind of like internal milling or skeletonization going on in an effort to reduce weight. So let's see how that is going to affect our knife. That's not bad. 4.4 ounces, which is going to be roughly the equivalent of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It looks like 5 AA batteries, or the same exact weight as the Bestech Paladin. Let's check out the action here. Oh yes, that is absolutely just fantastic. Unfortunately though, you're unable to place any kind of pressure on the lock bar. If you do, which I'm going to demonstrate here with my thumb, nope, it will not deploy. As soon as I remove it, yep, there it goes. So, not the biggest deal, but kind of stinks. The blade is riding on a ball bearing pivot, and the detent is very, very strong. Can't shake it out that way. Let me check it upside down, because if it is going to gravity flip open, it's going to do it upside down. And you can see, nope, I am unable to shake that blade loose. And the blade will absolutely drop shut. You do have to give it just a little bit of shake and bake at first, but you can see it is dropping shut. Now at first, when I got this out of the box, it was not dropping, and all of the information, all of the reviews that I've read, that I've watched, saying just how awesome this thing drops shut. But initially it was not doing that for me. All I did was I took just a little bit of oil and I applied it directly to the detent ball here on the lock bar, and that fixed everything right up. One thing that I want to go ahead and show you regarding that detent is how early that the knife passes the detent ball. So let me see if I can do this. So if you look at right now, it is already past the detent ball. Yes, super, super early. So for those of you that do like doing that thumbnail closure, you are able to do that here. Oh yeah. Once deployed, what do you guys think? It looks like that is locking up at about, the frame's locking up at about 30%. And I want to go ahead and check. Oh yeah, there is no blade play at all in any direction. And the centering, that's pretty darn good. I mean, it's not perfect, but it is darn close to perfect. Now this handle is the contoured titanium scales, which with the finish that I have chosen here, which would be, it looks like it's kind of like an antiqued brass. Not much traction at all, especially now here in the winter time with very dry hands. It makes it feel even more slick. And so there's not much traction going on, and there's no jimping anywhere on this knife, and I understand why. I mean, it's, you know, the design, it's supposed to be just like a clean, simplistic look. So I do get why there's no jimping here. And you can see I can fit all of my fingers, and I wear a medium-sized glove, on the very, very comfortable handle. I mean, there is no sharp edges anywhere on this handle. Now in the pocket, if you can see that it's a milled titanium pocket clip, which is going to be just tip up only. Now, normally the clip would be in the right-handed configuration, but they offer a left-handed carry version, which is what you're seeing here. And it's really not a deep carry clip, but I am going to leave it on here because normally I would, you know, if it's not deep carry, I would swap it out with a deeper carry clip. I'm going to leave this milled one on just because of how low profile it is, and so it doesn't really create any hot spots when you're holding and using this. Hey guys, really quick, go ahead, click on that subscribe button if you're looking for knife reviews that get right to the point. And if you enjoyed this video at all and you got any value from it, I don't know, how about a thumbs up? Thanks guys. Before we get to my potential deal breakers, of course I do have a question for you guys. And now regarding Massdrop knives, which one would you be more likely to buy? The Keen up here on top or the Ferrum Forge Crux on the bottom? Let me know your answers down in the comment section below. And I have previously reviewed the Crux, so if at the end of this video you can go ahead, look up to the corner, click on that icon, and you will be able to watch my full review. Potential deal breaker number 1 has to be regarding its availability. Yeah, it's really not the easiest knife to get your hands on. You know what, let me rephrase that. It's not really difficult, it's just you have to wait for the drop to be released, hence the name Massdrop. So yeah, at least as of the recording of this video, it is not available. So, but I have heard that there is going to be another drop of the Keen coming up in a week or so. Potential deal breaker number 2 is going to be regarding the jimping. Yep, there is, as I had said earlier, no jimping anywhere, not even on the flipper tab, which I feel there really should be, because there's been a couple times with, you know, the strength of this detent that my finger has slipped off that flipper tab. And last potential deal breaker is going to be regarding the pivot And if you notice T8 on both sides, yes, it is not captured. So you turn one side and then the opposite side's going to spin. You are going to need 2 Torx number 8s to be able to disassemble this. Now, once available, you will be able to pick up your very own Massdrop Keen for $150. And I think it is completely worth it here. Now, some are calling this knife the absolute best Massdrop to date. Now, I really can't, I can't say that myself, but I can tell you this. Out of all the other Massdrop knives that I own, the Gent, and excuse me, this is the Crux, and then this is the Gent. Yes, it absolutely is better. I like it much more than these two. So, buy in confidence. Absolutely, I have no regrets. It's great. It really is. Of course, you can always go out and purchase this on the secondary market. I personally wouldn't do that. Because what I did was I just added the link to be able to purchase this on Massdrop right to the page. I added that to my favorites, my bookmarks. I would check it every once in a while, and sure enough, one time I did, and it was available. I would highly recommend adding it to your favorites and just waiting for the drop to be available again, because it's fantastic value, and it's worth every single dollar that I paid for this.